The system is under a lot of pressure from the rise in interest rates that began a little over a year ago, and the system is trying to digest that. And generally, he's done a pretty good job, but we've got a few banks that choked on those higher interest rates for lots of different idiosyncratic reasons, and obviously they failed and is creating this angst throughout the banking system.
How much pressure is the Fed under to tame inflation, but at the same time look at their interest rate hikes in light of what's happened with these two banks?
Well, when the Fed sets policy interest rates, it's got to look at a lot of things. I mean, inflation, how's the economy doing, where's unemployment, and it also looks at what they call financial conditions. And this is exactly what they mean. What's going on in the banking system and stock market and bond market. And right now, given what happened in the banking system, it probably argues, at least from my perspective, that they should stop, pause, take a look around, see what kind of damage, because there's a lot of uncertainty here, and you need to get to the other side of that uncertainty.
It sounds like the Fed's in a bit of a tight spot.
Oh, I mean, they got a tough job, right? I mean, think about all the moving parts here and all the cross currents and trying to figure this all out.
Many Canadians are looking at what happened at Signature Bank or Silicon Valley Bank, worried could that happen in Canada? The system is regulated differently, the banking system's run differently, but what's your take?
I don't see that at all. I mean, there's a number of large banks in Canada. The system is concentrated in a few large banks that are very carefully regulated, have very good risk management, have lots of capital. That's the cushion, the cash that banks have to digest any losses that they may make on their loans and securities. Very liquid. I just don't see that as a possible scenario.
And in the U.S., it appears that banks, they are more competitive and they take bigger risks.
Well, in the U.S. also, we have just a kind of a different system. We've got a few big banks like in Canada, but we got a lot, thousands, 4,700 small banks, and it's a very different system. And it's got its pluses, but it's got its minuses, and we got a sense of that in the last few days.